friends, and welcome to the Paparazzi Stars podcast. Here, we chat about all things paparazzi. Tips, tricks, suggestions, and weekly challenges. All to help you grow and explode your Paparazzi Accessories business to rock star success.
Hello, rock stars, and welcome to the Paparazzi Stars podcast. My name is Anya Bohm, and I am your show host.
Really quick, before I forget, to access today's recording, the show notes, or to share this with a friend or a team member, visit paparockstars.com/Debbie. That's paparockstars with an S /Debbie, DEBBIE.
Today I am joined by a co-host. You guys may know her. She is pretty amazing, and I'm sure you've heard the name Debbie Parkin around the paparazzi circuit. Debbie is a mom to 4 boys. She joined paparazzi back in October of 2012, so not really all that long ago. She works with her husband and business partner, Ty, and she has reached fashionista in paparazzi. She is Crown Club 100, which is amazing. They actually, when you got this rank, correct me if I'm wrong, there actually wasn't a Crown Club 100. So you guys got it, and they introduced it at convention.
Right, yeah, they sort of surprised us. Yeah, they sort of surprised us, so it was fun.
That's awesome. Okay, Debbie is also the team leader of Dazzling Divas, and now, I forgot to ask you about this before we started, Debbie, but you've won the paparazzi trip, right? So the highest point earners in all of paparazzi, 3 years in a row, people. Well, Debbie, let's jump right into our questions today. What is your why? Why do you do paparazzi?
All right. Well, my why has changed a lot from when I first started. When I first started, my why was we wanted extra money to go do stuff, to go travel, and we thought paparazzi would be able to do that for us. But as my business has progressed and as my team has grown, my why has actually shifted to my team. I work paparazzi because I want to see my team succeed, and their success is just so awesome, and I love those moments when they share their awesome moments with me, and that's why I do paparazzi now. It's more for my team than for myself.
I love that, and I think that's a great point, that your why doesn't always have to be the same, that it can constantly change and evolve as you grow in your business and in your life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Now, the second question here is one that several of the leaders have actually kind of questioned me about because it's your worst paparazzi moment. But really quick for the listeners, the reason that we're talking about this is because you see these amazing elite leaders up on stage getting these wonderful recognitions and hitting ranks that we dream about hitting. And they seem larger than life, and it seems like they can do no wrong. Well, we want you to know that the leaders in paparazzi, they struggle with things every day, just like you do. And so that's why we're asking what the worst paparazzi moment that Deb has had is, so that you can see that she struggles with these things, but that she picks herself up and she pushes through so that she can reach these amazing ranks. Right, Deb?
Absolutely. I actually this is probably my favorite question because it does keep it real for everyone. I mean, everyone goes through a snag here and there, and if you just persevere through it and push it off to the side, your paparazzi business will continue to grow.
I love that. Yep.
Yeah. So my worst paparazzi experience was right after I joined. About a month into my paparazzi journey, I was invited to participate in a Christmas boutique, like a holiday boutique at someone's house. So there was me and several other direct sales people, and we go to this house, and seriously, I'm not even kidding, no one showed up. No one.
Oh, no.
Not one person for like 4 hours. And me and Ty were just like, what the heck is going on? And it turns out that this lady didn't advertise it as well as she should have. She only handed out like 100 flyers to her neighbors. And like, if for a big boutique like that, you would expect more advertisement and stuff like that. But no one showed up. I think I was the only one that sold anything that day because the other direct salespeople ended up buying jewelry from me. So I ended up selling a little bit. Me and Ty, we walked away from it and we got in the car and we're like, what the heck was that? That was like a waste of time. And we could have just thrown in the towel then. We just said, chalk it up for experience, and we moved forward. I look back to that day, and I'm like, what if we did stop? What if we did get so discouraged to the point of just not doing paparazzi anymore? And look at what we would have been missing. I think the lesson in all this is, yeah, you might have an event or a party that is not stellar, but, hey, you did it, learn from that, and just move forward. It's in your past. Today's a new day, and today's a new day for new experiences. So just move forward. That's the worst paparazzi moment I've had.
When you have a really bad boutique or event or home party, you're like, man, those elite leaders, they never have this problem. Like, they always do great parties, and it's kind of something that a trick our minds play on us. But the truth is, you guys have had them too. Like, you're going to have a bad event. You're going to have a bad home party. And you can do everything in your power to make it not be that way, but sometimes it just is what it is, and you got to keep pushing through, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I still have bad parties and bad Facebook parties, but at least I tried, and it's a good example for my team. So just because it's bad for you, it might help someone else try a Facebook party or try another home party because they see you working, and so they want to see if they can do it as well.
Somebody said to me once a long time ago, you never know how close you are to success. You never know when the next party that you do will be your $1,000 party or where you're going to sign up 6 consultants. So if you quit today, what's to say that the next thing that you did or the next day wouldn't have had this amazing success? So you just got to push through. You got to keep going because you just never know. What is a habit that you have that contributes to your success?
The habit, I have lots of habits because after a while, paparazzi just becomes your life. And everything you do, think, and say is just about the business. But one of the habits that I do that I think helps the most is follow up. You need to follow up with those that are interested in the opportunity or those that are interested in having a party. If someone comes up to you and says, hey, I want to join, and you say, great, here's my business card, and that's it, then what are they going to do? They're either going to lose interest and not join, or they're going to find someone who will help them join. So I think following up is key in growing your team and also having parties. Follow up is very important.
There was a girl, when I first joined Paparazzi, and we're talking, this has been 3 years ago, she said, oh, I'm interested, give me more information. So I did, and I followed up with her, and I followed up with her, and I followed up with her, and she would say, I'm still interested, but it's just not the right time, not the right time, not the right time. So after about a year, I was like, okay, she said to me, I'll let you know when I'm ready. So I kept in contact with her, but I didn't, actively try and get her into the team anymore. Just kind of, if there was a special, I'd send her the information, just kept talking to her. She was my daughter's dance teacher, so it was really easy to kind of just keep in contact with her, keep talking to her. Not even kidding you guys, 2.5 years is how long it took. And she called me up one day and she said, I am sick of waiting, sign me up to Paparazzi. And I was like,
oh, wow.
I thought you were going to be a forever fence sitter. I thought that you were never going to join. So the message here, people, you just never know. So follow up with those people. Keep in contact with them because it might happen 2.5 years down the road, and then that person might be your next rock star. What is the advice you would give to a brand new consultant, somebody just starting out their business?
Brand new consultant, you're going to feel so many emotions. You're going to be excited, and you can't wait, but you're also going to feel really like, what am I doing? Can I do this? And what you should do is focus on those first feelings. Be excited. Your excitement is going to rub off on other people, and they're going to be excited. And if you make a big deal out of the jewelry by wearing it and being a product of the product, they're going to love it and they're going to feed off of your excitement and your energy. Now, you might say, oh, I'm so shy, I don't know what to do, and I've been there, I'm still shy, but I did a video called Fake It Till You Make It, and I think I go over stuff on how you can fake your confidence, kind of. Like, you're not going to be a fake person, like not who you really are, but you just want to be the person you want to be, that you strive to be. So I strive to be a leader. I didn't know what being a leader was like, so I pretended that I knew what I was doing, and sooner than later I was like, hey, I can actually do this. So I think if you be a product of the product, be excited, try not to think of your nerves and if you're scared, but just like your enthusiasm will rub off on other people, and they'll either want to buy the jewelry or they'll want to join your team and feel that same enthusiasm as you.
How simple is it? Like, you don't need $1 million to go and buy a billboard or advertise in the phone book or get in the best place in Google. Just share and be excited and happy about your new business venture. And, okay, the next one, what advice would you give to somebody who's feeling stuck in their paparazzi business? What's one thing that you feel like they can do to get a jump start and get going again?
If you had a great start and you find your business slowly going downhill, what you need to do is go back to the basics. Think, and you're like, that sounds so weird because what you did at the beginning might be completely different from what you're doing now. But what worked? Go back to the period in your paparazzi journey that you were rocking it. You're getting parties, you're getting new team members. What did you stop doing that you were doing when your business was stellar? You need to take a step back and go back to the basics and say, okay, that's right, I was doing this and this and this. So I'll try this and this and this again. And pretty soon, I think if you do those things that helped your business, they will continue to help your business grow.
I'm a classic shiny object syndrome. And so if I go to a meeting or a paparazzi event and somebody says, oh my gosh, have you tried this with your parties? And it's so amazing. Then I go home and I try that and I don't really necessarily have the success that they did. And then I'm like, what's wrong with me? But I love getting back to the basics, getting back to what works for you. Because just because it works for Deb or just because it works for me or somebody else doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work for you and your customers. So go back to that place where you found success and focus. Focus in on that. What is a quote that inspires you, Deb?
Direction is so much more important than speed. Many are going nowhere fast. I liken this to goals. If you work, and you don't have a set goal, you're going to be working forever and find no satisfaction in all that you're doing. You need to slow down, have a goal, and make sure you achieve that goal. And it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you get to that new rank or get to that, I want to do 10 parties. What's more important is that you're going in the right direction to reach that goal. Some have been in paparazzi for the whole 4 or 5 years it's been around and are still directors or not even directors, but they're still working it and they're still dedicated to their business. And I think as if the direction you're moving is forward and not backwards, then I think eventually you will find the success that you're going for.
The last thing that I have for you today, Deb, is a parting piece of guidance.
Like I've said before, you need to be dedicated. I know it with your own business, it's so hard to lose motivation and just think, this is silly, I'm not going anywhere, but you got to work past that. Just move forward. Don't think about those bad thoughts that you're not worth it, because you are. I know when I first started and even now, my own family, like my parents and my brothers and sister, they're very negative towards paparazzi. Like I even say, hey, look, I won this contest. They'll be like, oh, well, you can't make real money with paparazzi, or, yeah, sure. And that really hurt my feelings. Like, this is my life, and they just shut it down. And so, and I think a lot of people have this in their lives. It could be your spouse. It could be your friends. It's hard to do, but in order for you to move forward, you need to not let them go out of your life completely, but let them go maybe out of your business for a little bit. Like right now, if my family asks how paparazzi's doing, I say it's going really well, and leave it at that, because I don't want those hurt feelings, because when I get those hurt feelings, that's when I start doubting myself and all that I do. So my parting words of guidance is keep out the negative. You're worth it. You know what you're doing, and you're going to rock at it. And it would be fun one day to be like, see, I did do it. Neener, neener, or something like that. So just believe in yourself. And I know that you can do great things with paparazzi.
That's the best that I think people can do, is believe in yourself and just know where you're going. And if somebody needs to take a back seat for a little while instead of being your co-pilot in life, or, I mean, I'm not talking about your husband or anything. I'm not saying go get a divorce. But, if somebody's being a negative Nelly, don't keep them right next to you. Don't call them up every time something happens and ask their opinion. Just let them take a little bit more of a backseat in your life and focus with those people that are going to help drive you to success, because you really are worth it. Deb, you put that so perfectly. Well, I just appreciate you so much coming on this call and sharing all of your knowledge with us. It's so great to just have a heart-to-heart with you. And can you guys see why I just love Deb so much? She's just one of the sweetest people I know. So thanks, Deb, for joining us today. And
oh, no, I loved it. Thanks, Anya.
Hey, rock stars, you go out there and you have a fabulous week, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.